Alright, hi everyone, whoever's watching now. I'll be doing maybe 2 games of Netrunner. Um, as usual, we'll be waiting about 5 to 10 minutes for more viewers to come out. And if any of you viewers want to play against me, I'm more than happy to entertain that. That will get first priority. Otherwise, I'll find random games on Octagon. I know this might not be a good time. There won't be too many viewers since it's a Monday, but well, yeah, my apologies for the last minute decision to stream live. Hopefully you can join me for a game. Otherwise, well, we'll see what we can make do with. So let's wait. So once again, to all of you viewers who are watching out there, I'll be waiting for about 5 more minutes before we get a game going. If you want to play against me, please leave a comment or message me on Octagon. You should know my in-game name. Um, yeah, I'll be more than happy to get a game going with you guys. Otherwise, I'll just find a random game around. So wait for a couple more minutes. Oh, aha. Alright, seems like I have a customer, so let's get the game going. There are lots of decks I could play. I have no idea what I would be doing today. Alright, let's get a game going. Alright, yes. Okay, so this is my friend. Remember the guy who I told you who came in second place at the Store Championship, which I won? Yep, that one. Alright, I think I can. Yeah, his government takeover deck was one of the hottest decks on Netrunner DB. Yeah, so I kind of know what's in his deck, but it's not gonna be easy to play against. I can't find it. It's buried somewhere. You can find it yourself. And yes, one of the good things about his deck is that the influence is actually flexible. You can actually change where you want to spend your influence on. Do you want to spend on more traps, more stronger ice? There's a lot of things you can do with that. So yeah, so keeping it fresh. This should be a pretty tough matchup, and I'm gonna play Stealth ND. Yes. Okay, so this is a great hand. Sure Gamble, Desperado, and something. The hilarious part of this is that I actually have my entire combo. This is a fantastic hand. I have enough stealth credits to break archers with Switchblade, and I have enough programs to get through all his central servers, so I don't have to worry about curtain walls at all. This is an amazing starting hand. I don't need to play special orders at all. This really is an amazing hand. Yeah. Well, yeah. 2 show gambles, Desperado, and all 3 breakers. I mean, usually I'd rather this be a corroder, but breach means that I can break oversighted AI curtain walls. So let's not hesitate. Gamble. Gamble. Desperado. Oh dear. Okay, I'll turn off the music. That seems to be causing lag. Alright, so usually I don't like... Oh, okay, to my viewers out there, if you want to spectate my game, please watch the stream instead. Unless the stream is down, then please notify me. Thanks. Alright, so he's on 15 credits. That's not good. Let's draw a card. Oh, fantastic. I'll get the style credits going in case I want to start running. Is my stream down? No one has told me the stream is down. Alright, obvious move there. He's gonna protect his archives. Now I have to be really careful about program trashing. So, yep. In case there's a Nebula or an Orion. Orion would screw over my day. Alright, this turn was interesting. I actually wanted to run his archives for security testing. But, yeah, I was worried that if I did so, I would end up with less than 4 cards in hand. If he has Sea Scorch in hand, just 1 Scorched Earth, I'm dead. And he's pretty rich. I'm in quite a lot of trouble. I'm not sure if I pack a plus crit this game. So, okay, let's try my luck here. See if I can get a nice free run on archives, or if it's a barrier waiting for me. Oh, come on. I must pay 3 if able. So I will pay 3 with my credit pool. And yeah, I'm not gonna security test that.
Login rejected.
That's quite annoying. I can't get money. Yeah, this is not a good matchup. Stealth, add stealth. That's probably a Jackson Howard, but if he's gonna give me a free server to security test, then I'm not gonna complain. Nope, of course it's a Jackson Howard. Dear, this is not looking good. Yeah, this is definitely a horrible start. And account siphon might reverse things, but that's looking quite unlikely right now. So much for the good opening. I wasn't able to capitalize on it. I mean, I suppose I can run his centrals. I'm not exactly sure what kind of ice there is, but if it's... yeah, I have 1 recurring credit to break it. So this cloak credit is being wasted. I'm not really using it at all. Yeah, it's pretty problematic. I would think that the weakest ice is on HQ. I suspect that is the case. I don't know. I could be wrong. Jackson Howard. Jeez. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I could security test his remote, but he'll almost certainly sack the Jackson given that he has. Yeah, I don't really know what to do here. I'm definitely gonna security test either R&D or HQ. Archives is almost certainly the toll booth that I don't want to run into again. So right now I'm just trying to find some way to get money. And maybe force him to rest the ice on the centrals. If I can force him to rest ice, and he has to bounce it back, he might not bounce it back, but if he bounces it back, it could be advantageous for me. We'll see. Oh, let's try HQ. Okay,
Login rejected.
that's gonna keep me out. Yeah, that's not good. Let's draw. Oh gosh, this is really bad. You know, life is bad when you are clicking for credits. But I need to get myself to a respectable credit level at this point. A credit level which I can actually do stuff with. If he decides to oversight a curtain wall right now, I need to be able to contest it with breach. So yeah, that you have to keep in mind. Dear. I don't think I can security test. Let's just do R&D. I'm probably not getting in. Wow. Well. 13 laundries are useless, it seems. I don't actually need. Yeah, I'll do it. I don't think I need the card draw at all. I've already found all my breaker pieces. The only problem right now is money. I guess card draw will help with that if I can find some sort of money. Okay, so he's clicking for credits as well. This is probably bad news. He's already used 2 Jacksons. He probably has a lot of flatline combos in hand. Let's go with HQ is. Yeah, let's just go with HQ. Account Siphon. I like Account Siphon. Let me think about it. It will cost me 4 plus 2 to break with breach. Yeah, that's doable. The Desperado is actually more important here because I might get hit by a Taurus. Of course I have Switchblade, but I'd rather not use. One, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that breaks. And I will... Do I continue? Yes, I continue. If I get burned by a sea source, there's nothing I can do. Okay, Caduceus. 1, 2. I have 3 credits, and I'm about to get flatlined. Oh, thank goodness. He hasn't drawn his combo yet. Okay, but the good news is I've reviewed his Caduceus, which is very important. This means I can security test this server, but I'm not gonna security test it. I'll still put the security testing token there, but I can now siphon him for 4 credits. I definitely need to get the credit swing going. Siphon is the best way of doing so. And obviously clear the tags. If he doesn't do anything about R&D next turn, I will be dirty laundering R&D. Oh, fantastic. Okay. In that case, I will get John Masnori going. Okay, that's a few more credits for me. And I will spend my last clicks just drawing up. I don't need another cloak. I like the R&D interface, but this is not the time to install it yet. I think I don't have Pluscrete in my deck, so I need to get the credit need. Alright, once again, he does not fortify R&D, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Yep. Right, so now I'm almost matching up with him in credits. Almost. I'm actually safe from Sea Scorch now. That's the good news. Bad news is he's caught on to what I'm doing. So no more free security testings, unfortunately. Now, the last thing I want to do here is run on archives. I want to make sure that his Tobu stays unrest so he cannot bounce it to a more important server. That will help me a lot. I will security test R&D again. I want to attack HQ this turn. Nope. Nope. Actually, no, I'm not safe from... Okay, I'll choose not to attack this turn. I'll get set up first. And gain credit. I'm not safe from Sea Scorch. I just realized he's Blue Sun. He can bounce back a firewall. So I need to remember that he has 5 credits more than what he actually does. That is something to be worried about. Depending on what the R&D ice is, I don't know. I really want to continue to security test turn after turn. I'm not sure how I'll achieve that though. I need to know what this ice is. We'll see. He installs a new card that's probably a Jackson, but given that he's taking so long to think about it, it might not be. He's down to 30 something. Oh, no, he's not installing it. Yeah, giving me a free remote server is probably a very bad idea at this point. Yep, I'm not a fan of the unrest ice on R&D. That's a problem. Is anyone watching? I hope it's working. Judging by, yeah, it should be working. Okay. All those viewers who are watching from YouTube, if there is any problem with the stream, please notify me. Cheers. Okay, so it's a Hadrian's Wall. That is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic indeed. I will definitely security test R&D. This is going down for 6 credits. Yep. So first I will start by... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, it costs my breach the same to break Hadrian's Wall as it does Curtain Wall. But that's fine, because it's offset by the cost of Cloak. And I have 2 silencers to deal with the Caduceus. Man, Caduceus is awesome. Alright. Usually I rather have an access, but now I need the money more. So that's why I chose to security test this. Next step. Bank job. Let's use 7 just in case I need to jack up for some reason. And with my last click, I will install another silencer because I can. Yeah, by the time he realized that the Caduceus is probably not going to do anything unless you stack them all in the same server. And even then, Caduceus is really not a big factor because I'm Andromeda and I have 1 link. So yeah, bank job actually paying off right here. The question is, what on earth is this card? It could be a snare. Oh dear, it's advanceable. That is bad. Let's security test the remote. What's the worst it could be? Okay. Yeah. Always security test first while you can. Wow, I drawn to a legwork. I don't know. The worst that could hit me is purple. Oh dear, aggressive secretary would be bad. I wouldn't want to hit that. Yeah, that would end my game. So let's do a legwork instead. Cleaners, punitive, scorched earth. Okay, draw. And I will end my turn with 1 more credit. Even Cerebral Overwriter wouldn't be too bad as long as I can maintain a slight credit lead over him. Okay, as usual, he's gonna give me free security testing. Okay, so that's good news. Let's try this. It's probably not a sentry. Oh wow. Free run. Okay. Punitive restructure. Okay. Credit. That really seems like a government takeover. I think it is a government takeover. And I would win if it's a government takeover, but if it's not, I lose. So yeah, you're at a point where you cannot run it anymore. If you wanted to run it, I should have ran it when it had 0 advancement counters. This is very familiar, reminiscent of a game that I recently played. You will see it uploaded soon enough. Okay. Let's check that again. 2 cards. Restructure, Taurus. Yeah, bloody hell, I can't run that. There's no point checking his hand. I need to R&D lock him. Yeah, that is probably the government takeover. But there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, it did look like a government takeover. I wouldn't blame him for doing that. I mean, I could totally see why he's doing that because he had punitive in hand and that would have killed me if I ran it earlier on. Now all I need to do is to find 1 more agenda in his deck and make 2 more agendas in his deck and make a comeback. But I think I might have screwed myself with that because yeah, by scoring a government takeover, he can click for 3 every single turn. So that might have been a mistake on my part, but again, I just cannot risk him firing a Junebug or something off. R&D as usual. So I basically have a couple of turns to win at this point. Before he clicks, he gets way too many credits with government takeover. That is really scary. Oh my gosh, yes, I actually packed the plus crit. Yes, okay, now I actually stand a shot of actually winning this. I actually remembered to pack a plus crit in my deck. Taurus, Scorched Earth, okay. Sorry, I'm very excited. Yeah, at this point I don't really care. Now I'm completely safe from Sea Scorch, and with so many credits that I have, it is almost impossible for him to double punitive or do anything funny to me. So he can get as many credits as he wants at this point. The only thing I'm worried about is that he has a res curtain wall somewhere that will cost me a lot of credits to get through. I will security test archives and archives. Yeah. Okay, he drew the Taurus. I've seen it in his deck, and I'm going to smash it. 1, 2. One, two. So I see 3 cards, Scorched Earth, Research Station. I'll let him have it. The cleaners. Alright, so that's very important. I basically turn off all his punitives, so the only way he can kill me now is with... Oh, really? Okay, I'll beat the trace. Yeah, he's just gonna unload the punitives at this point, but 1 link means that I don't suffer too much. As usual. I'll unload all my stuff credits. Research Station. This time I will not trash it. Jackson Howard. This is going in the bin and restructure. Alright. Yeah, I'm running out of cards, but it's okay. I'll slowly starve him out. As long as I can maintain R&D lock, I should be fine. And even if I cannot maintain R&D lock, he needs to score 1 more agenda, which would be pretty hard for him. That is what I'm worried about, but it's mostly a non-factor now that I cannot BC double Scorch down. Alright, first click, run as usual. No other deck slices through Taurus like this deck does. Let's access 3 cards. Restructure, Caduceus, Mother Goddess. Very good. Account Siphon. Yeah, he's gonna get a good Caduceus and a Mother Goddess. Okay, the good news is that because he hasn't seen any ice at all, he cannot really set up a scoring remote. Okay. Oh my gosh, and a Count Siphon. I will access 3 cards. Caduceus, Mother Goddess, Taurus. Well, there's really nothing better for me to do right now. Are there agendas in his hand? Maybe. There might be agendas in his hand. Do I want to contest them? No. Maybe if I draw a legwork, I will consider. Otherwise, there really is no point in contesting it. Okay, so now there's a Caduceus there, which is a problem because I don't have enough stealth credits. But don't worry, Caduceus can be traced through. Let's show you what I can do. First click, run. Where's Caduceus? Trace. So I just need to spend 3 credits more because I have 1 link. So let's see what I get this time. Mother Goddess, Taurus, Firewall. Wow, all the ice. I think I need more money, so money. Is he running out of cards? No, not anytime soon. He's purposely not drawing cards. I can't afford to check his hand until I find a legwork. And that's the problem, you see. If I don't find agendas, he's just going to stack ice on top of R&D. This is a Mother Goddess, so I'll have to pay to get through it. Still not so bad, but once he gets the Taurus, yeah, that's when things actually get painful. Okay, so once again, I'll try that. Mother Goddess. Oh, wait, it's not a code gate. It's a barrier. So I'll have to pay. Yeah, that's not good. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. That is very expensive. Okay, obviously I'm gonna deny him his credits. Yeah, government takeover is not nice. Okay, he's still not reinforcing it, and I'm just going to do my way through the rest. Now the good news is, even if he seals out R&D, it's not game over for me, because he still needs to get a scoring remote set up. He does not run hostile takeover, at least I don't think he does. So yeah. 3 cards. Taurus, Firewall, Hadron's Wall. Oh my gosh. That's not good. I don't want to see the Hadron's Wall. Oh dear, dear, dear. This is bad. So that's probably another copy of Taurus, which is a huge... Oh my gosh, this is retarded. That is a retarded server. Oh wait, HQ is open. Oh, I can't do that. Okay. In that case, I'm just going to let him have his R&D. It's no longer worth it for me to run R&D to see only one fresh card. It was... Oh! My other Ghost Runner disappeared because... Oh, curses. Okay, I need to reserve this for stealth. Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. Right. HQ and Archives. First things first, let's run HQ. I forgot what ice that is. Okay. -4 to 37. Okay. Do I legwork him? I think I don't. But do I discard a fairy at this point? Oh yeah, I of course I discard the passport. What am I thinking? Okay, now time to run R&D. Archives and Archives. Boom. I will see 3 fresh new cards, so hopefully this will give me the game. Alright, as expected. Yeah, double Taurus is annoying when there are 2 more Caduceus in the same server. Three cards. Hadrian's Wall. Shattered Remains. Snatch and Grab. Okay. This is getting ridiculous. That's Security Test HQ. I want to get the card draw. Oh, I have no more cards. That is bad. I just realized my deck is empty. That's a huge problem. Yes, this is a huge problem. Okay, it's time to lock his R&D again. The time has come for the day. Run. At least I still have a stim hack to get through, but you don't want to use stim hack now for obvious. Oh gosh. Oh dear, that's gonna be bloody expensive. I think this is the last time I can actually run his R&D and pay through the Caduceus, because after this, yeah, he will just be able to. He will have more credits than me after this run because of government takeover, and because I've run out of cards to draw that will get me more money. So, which means that I can no longer pay through Caduceus, which is a problem. 1, 2. The only good news is that now I get to see 3 fresh new cards, and that better net me something. Seesaws! Oh crap! Restructure! The cleaners! Yeah, Stealth Andy really gives you this sense of inevitability, which kind of sucks. Yeah, that was a hell of a game. And you really don't want to just say, okay, you're gonna make a huge remote. Is that fine? I mean, is that the case? Fine. I'll just wait until you are forced to score an agenda because you have to score an agenda. And when you do, I'm gonna challenge it. Well, that's not gonna work because he has traps. If I faceplant to Cerebral Overwriter or whatever the case might be, I'm doomed. So yeah, uh, I certainly didn't want to see an overwriter, and certainly not an aggressive secretary is one huge weakness of this stealth ND deck that I just realized. Thankfully, not many people are running it nowadays, but if you get hit by one, you're dead. And yes, that's one thing that he misplayed. The toll booth should not have went back on archives. So yeah, that was not. It was a good start, and I basically dried out very quickly. The two shell gambles didn't last long at all. I had to draw into my security testing, and even then, I had to find the right server to pick before I could gather critical mass to deny him his oversight AIs. That was huge. I think one thing he didn't really notice is that he was actually drawing to his big eyes with oversight AIs, but I denied them, and that was pretty huge. Most runners cannot afford to deny oversight AIs. Stealth Andy with Breach is pretty good. Yeah, nothing much else to say. Quite amazed that Bang Job actually came to play this game. John Masnori, well, he was a hero. He basically drew my entire deck. Although that nearly came as a liability because if I was forced to play this game any longer, the Steam hack wouldn't have worked. If I Steam hack into R&D, I would lose one card, I'll be down to 3 cards, and that would expose me to C double squash. That would be game. Yeah. Plus speed is still important. There are still lots of players playing flatline around, it's very dangerous. Mm, how could I have played better? Good question. Um, Definitely had room for improvement there. I think my early plays were definitely very weak. They easily could have cost me the game if he had a better opening. Uh, yeah, my opening plays were like I'm not sure. I will need to look at the video in retrospect before I can comment on that. But yeah. And he brings up a really good point. Andy is just not good at dealing with snares. Even plus crit doesn't completely save me even if I'm running with 5 cards in my hand always. Now the thing is, hitting a snare is not so bad with John Masnori, assuming I actually have cards in R&D. If you think about it. Draw up to 6, get hit by a snare, you go down to 3. If you have 2 clicks left, you can draw 1 more card and clear a tag. With a plus crit out, you'll be safe. But yes, otherwise, if he had any more snares in R&D, I could have lost that game. Letting a government take over go uncontested, that was a calculated risk. Or rather, I wouldn't say it's a risk, it's the safe play. And thankfully it paid off. The thing about government takeover is that even though he gets 6 agenda points, it actually cost him a lot of time to advance that. So I wasn't too worried about it. He still needed to score 1 more big agenda. I could always contest that. The main problem with him scoring government takeover is that he gets infinite money from that point on, which, as you saw on R&D, really became a huge problem. It's not every day that Octagon fills up with so much ice on R&D, so much so that it's stretching into my hardware zone. But yeah, that's exactly what happened, and it could have easily cost me the game. Yeah, it must be said that the turns that he spent advancing the government takeover, that was about 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 turns. I think I got 4 turns of sec testing off. That's 12 credits. He basically gave me 12 credits with the government takeover, which cost him 9 clicks, 9 credits to advance. So I was happy to take that trade. Of course, I paid the debt in the long run because he gained so much money later on that he was able to install that Tower of Ice on R&D. But it was generally worth it. Of course, that being said, if he had any more snares in the deck, the story would have been completely different. It's definitely very true. If he drew less snares early on and had some more in deck, I would have lost. If I hit a snare before the cleaners. Look at my hand. I have no more cards left. And yeah, this is the kind of deck that Andy really shines against because as I said, no other deck breaks Taurus with such efficiency. That took quite some time. I'm not sure if I'm going for a second game. All right, thanks. Yeah, I think I will call it a day. That Glacier game took a very long time, and well, yeah, I will probably be around to play a couple more games later, a few hours later. So if any of you want to play a game against me, I'll be happy to entertain that. Just leave me a private message on Octagon. You know my username, and yeah, I can do a pre-recorded game. I can record that game and do a commentary on it later on. But for now, thanks for watching, and I hope you found that game very interesting. Uh, it's nice to have the actual creator of the deck actually play against me and have it recorded on stream. It was a very interesting game with it was like a tug of war on both sides. It was not a one-sided victory on my part. I mean, dude, he got to score the government takeover. I managed to recover from that. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. Happy net running, and I'll be closing the stream. Goodbye.